Alright, welcome back to another Python programming tutorial, and today we are going to be looking at the try except statement. So this is kind of bridging on to the idea that there are different data types out there and that you can change the type of a data by using a technique called typecasting. It's universal and is pretty much in every programming language out there except for a very small few. And the idea is that let's pretend that you're trying to typecast something that can't be typecasted the way you asked it to be. Um, you will get an error in your program if you do this. To avoid this error, you can use what's called a try except statement. So let's go ahead and look at a good example of this. So let's say I am asking the user to give me a number. So I create an input, and this is a keyword in Python that asks for input from the user, and then in here I can prompt the user give me a number. Now, the reason why this is important is because let's say they don't give me a number, right? Let's say they give me like, I don't know, not a number. So in order to avoid this issue, let's say I'm now trying to typecast this. So now I'm going to say num is now equal to float num. So this would typecast whatever they gave me here into a float. But if they don't give me a number, here I'm going to go ahead and put in like f, for example, I get an error because it's trying to typecast FD into a number, and these aren't valid characters to do that. So this is where you can use a try except statement. So let's go ahead and look here. What you'll do is you'll type in try, which is the key word for try this, and you're going to put a colon. Then you're going to go ahead and indent this so it knows to try this here. So it's going to try and do this. And then here you're going to put except. And then again colon, and then here's what you're going to do if this fails. So now you can print a message, for example, this is not a number. Boom. So let's go ahead and look at this. When I run the program, it's going to now prompt me for a number yet again. Now, when I go ahead and type in the number 7, everything works fine, right? No error. And we can even see this. I can now do, for example, ans or sum equals num plus 7, print sum is, and then you can do plus str num, sum here, right? One way you could do this, right? So I'm going to go ahead and give a number again so you can see, and it's going to add 7 and 7 together so you can see that the typecast did indeed work, and then we get 14. Right? And it's a decimal here, 14.0, because this is a float. So you're adding 7 to a float, which returns a float, which always has a decimal point at the end. So that's why that decimal point is there. But let's say I don't give a number now. Let's say I give, I don't know, my name instead of a number. It says that is not a number. And that is because when it tried to do this, it failed, so it printed the except statement. And this is the idea of error handling or handling user input error, right? And this is a great way to do it is through a try and except statement. So again, the idea behind a try and except statement is you are going to try and do something. It could be a typecast as one of the most common causes, but it could be various other things. And if that fails, you're going to do this instead. But if it succeeds, you're going to do all of this. And that is the whole concept behind a try and except statement. I'll go ahead and run the program one more time just so you can see. This is going to ask me for a number. In this case, I'll put in 100. And when it does that, it goes ahead, changes 100 to a float, then it adds 7 to that float, and then prints the sum, which we see here. And then if I run the program again, but I don't give it a number, anything that's invalid here, I click enter and it tells me that's not a number. Alright, so if you have any questions about this concept, please feel free to leave a comment and I will see you all in the next one.